Hey everyone, welcome back. It is time for another wrestling review. With me once again, we have Campo.Reviews. Campo.Reviews, the man who reviews movies, TV shows, everything else in between. Deadpool review season 2, Punisher One Last Kill review. Go check out the link in his description in the box down below. And while you're there, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow the show on Spotify. 400 subs, we're one third of the way to 1,000 subs for 1,000 subs this year. But today we are talking about WWE Saturday Night's main event, the first Saturday Night's main event of the year.
Double E Saturday Night Live.
Yep. The week before another PLE,
That's what Santino would call a Saturday Night Live.
right? Yeah. But we'll start off with our first match of the night. So the first match of the night, it's Jade Cargill, Michin, and B-Fab against Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Miss Bliss. I don't want to say the wake word or else
Yeah,
she will.
it's Alexa Bliss, everybody.
Exactly.
I want to start off this because you don't let me talk ever, even though
Okay.
all I do is talk. If
hmm
we ratio the talk time in these episodes, it's like 90% me.
hmm
Um, that's a giant cup.
Yeah, it's my electrolytes. Organica.
Holy
Not
shit.
not 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 sponsored, but Organica O Boost if you want to,
We will
I'll be
take a
willing.
sponsorship, sure.
I'm willing.
There's just something about this show, Saturday Night Fever,
Main event. Yeah.
that
Well, you can't tell, but the
it
way
just
I
has a
use my.
it's presented differently and it
Mm.
feels fun. Like as soon as you start it, even though we've watched some bad episodes, you
Yep.
can't help but like you hear the song and like everything starts
The
happening and you're
nostalgia
like
factor.
it's like I don't know, there's just something to it that it doesn't feel like normal WWE. It feels like I'm stepping into like a time machine and I'm just going somewhere else. And like this match, considering it had Jade Cargill and two jobbers against three of the most popular, highest rated
Yes.
names in the history of WWE, was
WWE.
was a lot of fun. I
It
had
was a
so much
very fun
fun
match.
watching this.
What is
I
with Charlotte's new attire, though? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. But I'm glad that they didn't turn her, and I hope that they never do. I hope that like you don't need these dumb turn storylines.
No.
Someone was
Keep her a
talking
face
about
to put a heel over.
someone was talking about AEW and like the tournament because
Yeah.
tonight when we're filming.
We're filming on
Um
a Sunday, yeah, and Double or
it
Nothing is tonight.
they were saying that like wouldn't it be good if Bandito beat Swerve and then in the next round had to face uh Brody King and it would be like and then the other guy was like no because if I wanted to watch WWE I would just watch WWE.
WWE, yeah.
And he's like, I don't want a breakup storyline between them. He's like, if anything, you have Swerve demolish Bandito and then have to face Brody King in the next round and get
Yeah.
retribution, right?
Yeah.
Um, but I don't separate Alexa
No.
and
And
Charlotte.
Charlotte. No,
Use them
I
together.
like this version of Charlotte. It works. You know what her outfit reminds me of? For people who live in Toronto, there's a house. I think it's down by like College and Bathurst area that has
Cork
all the
House,
exact. Which one?
the house with all the corks on it,
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. With
and
all
they have a
the
car that has all the bugs stuck to
yeah,
it.
exactly. That's the one. You know exactly which house I'm talking
Yeah.
about. For people who live in Toronto, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. Yeah,
you've
that's what.
definitely driven by it.
Yeah,
Um,
or the house with the giant elephant in the front yard.
that's still there too.
I
I
know.
don't know if it's the same people, but the elephant's still there. Um, anyways, freaking
Toronto.
Torontoisms aside,
Yeah.
they use Jade Cargill very well in this
Yep.
match. This is the best performance I'll say from Michin that we've seen in a long time.
And we don't really see a lot of her either.
No, but I just think I understand the concept of pairing Jade with two jobbers, but when both of them can't help her look better, it doesn't help because BFAB sucks.
Yeah, she's really bad. Michin has a little bit of talent to her, but
Michin can wrestle,
yeah,
but like she's not going to help carry Jade Cargill in any
no.
way. Putting them against these three will. I mean, Alexa Bliss is whatever, but it was a fun match. I enjoyed it. They covered up Jade Cargill's flaws.
Yep.
I think the ending, the right person won, but the way the
Yeah.
match ended was really stupid. Because
Jade ended up winning this
why
match.
would three veterans make such a dumb mistake to take a picture?
Yeah.
You know, like the world champion was like, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
stop and pose for a picture,
Now here, the only person who's defended their belt since WrestleMania has been Roman Reigns.
which is a first.
Has been Roman out of the 4 world championships that they have. Rhea hasn't defended it yet. Neither has Morgan, and neither has Cody.
I think something's going on with Liv Morgan, if I'm being honest.
I think she's hurt
Yeah, I think so too.
because we know Ren is hurt, but they didn't take the belt off of her.
Yeah. I mean, but did you know
Gotta
that
love me some Rinkowski.
did you know that yeah, because it's a speed belt. What's her name? Haya Shishida
Hmm.
or Yama Shishida? Which one's the kicking one? Oh, they're both the kicking one.
They're
That's
both
not
the
good.
kicking one.
The one from Marigold is Haya Shishida.
Yes.
She left the Marigold.
Yeah, I know. She's I heard that she's going back to Stardom.
They have nobody. They just have
Oh,
Mayu Iwatani now.
yeah,
That's fucking crazy.
yeah. But
Anyways, the
yeah,
sidebar.
sidebar.
It was
But
a fun match for what it
it
was.
was for what it was as an opener. It's just I would have loved to see more belts being defend. Like we got a lot of belt defenses here, but I would have loved to see more. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
since Mania.
it this was a weird case of like I wasn't expecting just to get hyped, and I was so hyped, and then I'm like, oh, the next match looks like we're gonna have fun again. I was like, oh
Yeah.
yes,
So our next match is Becky Lynch defending the Women's Intercontinental Championship against Sol Ruka, and
it wasn't even a match
it wasn't a match. Just lasted 2 minutes. This is still telling the story of Becky and the referee.
because I don't know. I don't know if there's been any matches in between. I haven't been paying that much attention, but I think Sol Ruka might not be 100%.
Yeah,
And
because she didn't even try the Soul Snatcher when she hit the referee. She was
I th-
going for it,
yeah,
but she stopped
I think that what they're trying to do is just buy time
until next week.
until they get
Well, because so this ends in a disqualification. Becky Lynch purposely pulls her in front, pulls the referee in front of Sol Ruka. Sol Ruka hits the referee, but the referee knew what was going on. This is referee Jessica Carr. Her and Becky have this feud that's been going on, and Jessica Carr calls for the bell, but announces Sol Ruka the winner by disqualification.
which is correct because she saw Becky Lynch cheat.
Pull her. She felt Becky Lynch pull her.
It's something I'd like to see more in wrestling, but also I think it's really strange that knowing what's happening that they just keep putting them in matches together,
Who?
right?
Becky and the referee?
And the referee because I get the Aubrey Edwards situation with Chris Jericho because it's like a joke, it's a haha meme, but this is like an actual storyline event
Yeah.
where she's screwing Becky Lynch is screwing her over and she's screwing Becky Lynch over, and yet
Yeah.
somehow we're just letting it happen.
Running in circles. Yeah. There's another female referee. I don't know her name. The black lady. Why don't they put her instead?
Just put any referee in here.
Yeah.
You could put that super hot girl that everyone keeps talking about that WWE has.
There is. I didn't see one.
Yeah, the girl, I think she's on NXT, the blonde girl. Anyways,
Okay.
it's not the point.
No.
And we forgot this. That storyline already had a blow off in the AJ Lee match when the referee said no to Becky Lynch because I know what you're doing. So we
Yeah.
already had our blow off. Why is
Yep.
it still? Why is this happening?
It's leading to a match. I have a weird feeling they're going to put the belt on Jessica Carr.
Oh God, no! Please no.
It's
I
it's a
think
whole. This is like remember. I don't know if you remember in the '80s. There was a situation with Bret Hart and Dangerous Danny Davis was a referee, and then ended up having a match with Bret Hart, and he lost the belt, and Bret Hart lost the belt to him.
no, and I never want to remember that. Please don't ever bring that up again. Bret Hart lost a belt to a referee.
Then he eventually was a wrestler that was
Yeah.
originally and Dangerous Danny Davis was Intercontinental for champion for a little
So
bit.
this actually funny anecdote.
Mm-hmm.
In the 80s, you already know this is for the people out there. A lot of times the referee, they would have one or two referees that were up and coming wrestlers so they could get
Mhm.
used to being in the ring
And knowing the spots.
and knowing the spots, and then some of them never became wrestlers. Some of them ended up staying referees and some of them became wrestlers.
Then you had two Earl Hebners at one time.
We did have two Earl Hebners at one time. Anywho, I think somebody said this, that the best title run right now in WWE and maybe in all of wrestling is Becky Lynch with the Intercontinental belt because she's brought validity to the belt. I'm like, bro, is having the worst run and they're stealing.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're trying to bring prestige to this belt by having a big name hold it for this long. The matches haven't been great, and she's
No.
not putting over the young talent. So why
And
do
she's
we
a subpar wrestler.
Yeah, she's just a name recognition.
Yeah.
And it's and I don't want to put him in this category because he's not this bad, but it's someone similar in the vein of like Roman Reigns, where they're not giving you like
Young
90% of his
guys.
matches are 3 stars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Say
He
what you
could
will about Trick Williams. At least Trick Williams is somebody younger with the belt that they can build up. You know what I mean?
fair enough, and it's like I'm very feel weird with the situation and that we're
Yeah.
extending this feud. If you do that storyline, you have to give the belt to Sol Ruka and
Yeah.
then have that feud.
Yeah.
Put Sol Ruka over.
Yeah. Because right now, really, there's nobody being put over in the younger talent.
Yeah, and this outcome of this match, I understand it kayfabe wise, but
Yeah.
sucked the air out of my room. I was
Yeah.
having so much fun.
So with that, like we say, Soruka does win by disqualification, but shortly after the commercial break, it is announced that next week at Clash in Italy, we are getting Sol Ruka versus Becky Lynch. In just a singles match, not even a no DQ match, nothing. It's just a singles match. So Becky can do this all over again.
I don't think Sol is ready to do stuff like that yet. I think she doesn't have the repertoire. She has the raw skill level, but
Yeah.
she's not ready for that.
Okay, but you know what? Just have it as a match, but have it as a falls count anywhere match or an I quit match or a last person standing. Like don't put it as a no DQ, but just like a falls count anywhere. If
Like
she
this,
pins her on the outside, she pins
yeah,
her on
that's
the
fair.
outside.
This is gonna sound silly goosey because it's a dumb thing to say because
Or a no count out.
you're risking people's health. But I do think that Sol Ruka is the type of wrestler right now that is young, and because of surfing and skateboarding, whatever, she has this risk taker mentality. You should let her go full Darby Allin and see where it gets her, because she has the ability to do wild Will Ospreay type things, and
Yeah.
we don't really see that from women, right? Outside of Japan,
Yeah.
why not let her just go balls to the wall and just have a
Because she's
wild
injury prone.
match?
She's already had 2 knee surgeries.
I know, but it's like, do you protect your purse as WWE, or do you bank now? Do you cash in right now? Or do you
Yeah.
hope to just make a little bit of extra money down the road? Because she wants to do that.
Yeah. But like I said, she's only 26 with 2 reconstructive knee surgeries already, right?
Anyways,
Darby is almost 40.
yeah, and Darby just hasn't had any of the surgeries. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah. But Solrook, like we said, then we're getting a rematch for Clash in Italy. It's just going to be a standard match, nothing special about it.
Sol
With
Ruka's
that,
already better than Darby Allin. I just want to put that out
oh
there.
yeah, for
But
sure.
Darby Allin is on a generational title run right now, and you
Yeah.
can't deny that.
Penta versus Ethan Page for the WWE Intercontinental Championship match. I
Um,
really like this match.
so did
This was
I.
a good match.
I like being on the little bit of a downer that I was. I
Mhm.
always get this, you know me, I get this weird fucking thing with Ethan Page when I see him. I'm not excited for the match. And like I felt weird about how they're using Penta, but he's been good. But Ethan Page, who doesn't fit into necessarily the style of this match, is a drop-in wrestler. You just put him somewhere and he
Yeah,
does the
he'll
match.
adapt. He will adapt.
He might not be able to wrestle offensively like Penta, but he can take all of the damage. Like
And he
he
can
do
sell.
all of the bumps. Yeah, he can sell. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
He can sell for you, and then
Mhm.
he'll just do his own offense. And I thought in my head, wouldn't it be awesome if you had him win
The
the
belt.
Intercontinental belt and then go to AAA and win their mid card belt and just be like the king of the mid card? You could become a character that's like,
Yeah. That would be amazing. I actually believed some of the near falls in this match
yeah,
too.
that's why my brain started processing all this
Yeah,
booking. I was like, oh, what could we do?
He wins this, gives him that confidence, goes down to AAA, beats Dr. Wagner Jr. for the Latin American Championship. You know what I mean? I am the greatest North American champion ever.
Holy crap. That's literally what it would have been.
Right?
That's
I'm the North American champion. I'm the Latin American champion. I'm
proving
the
that Canada's the greatest country in North America and have him go on a wild
on the
heel run.
Western Hemisphere, not just North America, the Western Hemisphere.
There, we nailed it. That's good booking. My brain was just like when that was happening, but the match was actually really good.
Yeah,
and now
this-
I'm fully back on board on this.
especially after the wet fart that was the last match.
Well, it just wasn't a match.
It had a potential, but it just wasn't there exactly. But in the end, though, as good as this match was, Penta does retain. Where do they go with Penta from here? Is it Rusev?
I don't know, but I don't think you can give this belt to Rusev. I think he's literally right there for getting cut. So they're not going to do that. I have a strong feeling he's in the next wave of
Yeah. What
releases.
about Sheamus? Well, he's hurt again, but
I think that you have to,
just to give him that belt
yeah,
one run.
if you want me to just explain what I don't want in wrestling, but then do want with this, it's like by WWE logic, you literally have to do it,
Yeah,
right? You
like
can't
you
let
did
him
with Cena.
retire without giving him this belt.
Yeah,
And I think you can have a great three-match series between Sheamus and him.
yeah,
You can have one Mexican street rules and then have one Irish pub rules or something.
yeah.
You beat me last time in Mexican street rules, but this time we're taking it to Ireland.
To Ireland, yeah, to the pub, like the way they did with when they were the fighting with the brawling brutes, and they had the actual
Yeah.
literal bar match.
Is Penta actually Mexican?
Yeah, he is.
Okay. You never know.
Yeah. Penta does retain. On to our next match. It's the Women's Tag Team Championship. I was afraid this was going to main event, but it didn't. Paige and Brie Bella versus the Irresistible Forces. This is their obligatory rematch.
So this match, it was watchable. I'm not going to
Yeah.
sit here and shit on it. It wasn't good, but you
No.
won't. After coming off the first match and this match, you're kind of just like in a fun zone, even though that second
Yeah.
match brought you down, where it's kind of like even this at this point is not going to bother
Yeah,
me that
like
much.
you could. There's one point in this match where Naya's like bent over and like she's literally walking because she knows Brie Bella can't jump from corner to corner to corner.
Yeah,
Right? So
and
she's moving to get into position, and it was so obvious to me because
it's the biggest thing that I didn't like about this, and I agree with you. There was a lot of that, by the way,
Mhm.
a lot of adapting for old ladies to get to where they had to go. Um, there's WWE logic flew out the window here because you had two heel teams facing each other, and even though they cheered for the
Well, no,
face,
they're a face now because of Paige,
they're kind of a face. They cheated to win. I don't know if you were there.
which is already the third. All three matches so far have had cheat finishes.
Yeah, and they became champions as a heel team.
Yeah, and this
So
was a cheat finish too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it was weird here. The crowd was way too loud for this match. It was
Yeah.
kind of scary. Like the crowd was loud all night. I'll
Okay,
give them
to be
credit. It was a
fair,
great
this is
crowd.
the first show in Fort. They said this is the first show in Fort Wayne in like 12
It
years.
was a great crowd. Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
so
But
they were starved for something.
this match was like scary loud for some
Yeah.
reason. For like, what the fuck are we watching that everyone's freaking out?
It could also be the fact that the crowd was loud, but they pumped in sound on top of that.
It
Because
could be, but
WWE
it doesn't
like to
matter.
do
This
that.
match was just like double extra loud. Why wouldn't the
Yeah,
last match be this loud?
yeah.
Nothing happened in this match where you needed to be like,
No.
whoa.
And it was a short match too. It was only like 8 minutes.
This division is really bad,
The women's tag, yeah.
and they should have never took the belts off
Of
Alexa
Bailey.
Bliss
Oh,
and
yeah, and
or
Charlotte.
Bailey and what's her
Lyra.
face. Those were two perfect teams. If you wanted to be smart, you would have dumped this whole dumb shit, convinced Lyra to turn heel, and just let Becky and Lyra go on like a year-long tag run where you
Yeah.
can try to spice up that division again. But you didn't. You turned them on each other so fast.
Yep. Before they even that was WrestleMania last year, and they've done nothing with Lyra since then.
If you want my opinion, in the type of way that she specifically wrestles, let Lyra go to AAA.
Yeah, she'd be perfect down there. She'll be joining Bailey there soon anyway.
She has feathers and everything already.
Yeah.
She's literally perfect.
But yeah, we get it. We get a cheat finish by the supposed faces here when Paige rolls up. Was it Lash Legend for the pin?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brie Bella uses her foot to hold Paige down.
Lash Legend sucks.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
sorry. Like I thought I could make it through this whole thing without saying that.
She's not that good.
She did like a frog splash or something and like
Mrs.
landed
Trick
on her
Williams
feet.
there.
She like landed on her feet
Yeah.
and then like fell over.
Mrs. Trick Williams. But yeah,
Doesn't get it from him.
nope. Paige and Brie Bella retain. So we go on to our main event of the night. It's the Street Profits versus the Vision for the World Tag Team Championship. Again, a really good match. I really like this match.
Where was this tag stuff when you had all the good tag teams before you cut them all?
Yeah.
This was amazing.
And considering it's the Vision.
I mean, yeah, they can.
Okay.
Austin
Logan
Theory
Paul,
is very serviceable, and
yeah,
Logan Paul has the skill.
has the athleticism.
Yeah.
Yes.
By the way, he definitely got hurt here.
Logan?
What's the bigger guy's name? Sorry, I don't know. I only know the Street Profits as
Oh,
Street Profits.
Porkins there, Angelo Dawkins.
Angelo Dawkins does a like moonsault or
Yeah,
no, does a frog. I don't know what you would call it.
a senton.
A senton. There you go to the outside, and Logan Paul's crouched, and he lands, and he like crushes his arm, and you can see him grab his arm right away.
Yeah.
So I think he actually got hurt.
But shout out to Angelo Dawkins, who did lose quite a bit of weight. He was a bit
Yeah, I just
portlier
meant
before.
okay. I wasn't calling him fat. I'm just saying
No, no, I'm just saying, shout out to him. Good for him
there's
that
tall, skinny, shorter, chubby.
yeah.
Great match.
Yeah. And Montez Ford, his athleticism with Logan Paul's athleticism worked so well together. Worked so well.
I sit back sometimes and watch these guys, and I don't know how they're not in the top 5 tag teams of the world right now because they never get a push.
If the Street Profits were in AEW, they'd be like at the top of the card.
If the Street Profits were in any other company, they would be the top of the card, and they would be having banger matches every week. Street Profits in Japan would be mental.
Oh my God, Street Profits in Noah or New Japan would have been insane. That'd be amazing.
If Street Profits were in like All Japan or Dragon Gate, they would have been champions for like 2 years straight.
Yeah.
They would have broke all the records for like longest title.
They would have been on a Roman Reigns type run.
Yeah, and it's like, by the way, those guys we were talking about are really good. The guys wrestling in NWA right now, the two guys from All Japan.
Yeah. I had their names at the tip of my tongue. I sent it to you the other day too.
Yeah, it's in the chat somewhere. But I've been watching the Crockett Cup, the like what would you call it? The play-by-play, the highlights.
Yeah, the highlights of the Crockett Cup.
And they're like killing it.
Yeah. We had it in the chat the other day.
Oh my God, I don't know why I pay this guy.
Titans of Calamity.
Titans of Calamity.
Yeah.
Anywho,
yeah,
and this was a really good match, and I like this match, and do the match.
I had a lot of fun with this. I had a lot of fun on the show too. It was not like it was one of the better WWE offerings so far this year.
It reminded me that sometimes in-ring quality aside, WWE can make things work. Like it can just be a production where you're just having fun the whole time. Not fun like, oh, I need Danhausen to come out with a bunch of little people and
you know what? This
ring.
was good too because there was no Danhausen in this match.
I don't like that WWE is making me resent Danhausen.
Yeah.
I just don't want to watch that shit. But this was fun. It was entertaining. I definitely recommend watching it, especially because it's on YouTube.
And it's only 2 hours.
I want to give it a higher score than I am because I think there was one match that wasn't a match and the other match was just okay.
So I think we're in the same boat here. But go on.
Go, you tell me your score.
I gave it a 7-4.
I give it a 7-3.
See.
But I wanted to go higher because I had such a fun experience watching it. And it's not one of those draggy, I know it was full of commercials, but it was not like a draggy WWE show. It gave you everything that you needed just in and out.
The match quality was actually there this time.
Yeah. For match 3 and match 5, for sure. Match 1 was just a fun match. It wasn't really that good.
Yeah.
This tag match, like I said, was serviceable, and the other one was not even a match.
Yeah. So. But yeah, I gave it a 7-4. You gave it a 7-3. So with that out of the way, guys, thanks again for joining us. Like I said, we are recording this on a Sunday afternoon, so we have not watched AEW Double or Nothing, but we are going to be reviewing it. That review will be next week. We may be joined by a special guest, Sean the author, may be joining us. I will talk with him later this week and let you know if he will be joining us. But with that out of the way, guys, thanks again for joining us. And in the words of Kenny Omega, goodbye and good night.